couple of things I noticed when I watch the news. And so there is a place in Ashanti region called Adija, and there is a bridge there near Bosumtwi area in the Ashanti region. And apparently somewhere during July, that bridge got damaged, and therefore it was so bad for the people, and life was so, it was dangerous for lives. Apparently the people complained and asked, and unfortunately the Minister of Works, Road and Highway said that there is nothing they can do about it until the rain subsides. And so only half of the bridge seemed to be working, and the people's lives were in danger. And they said they could only fix it, hopefully somewhere in January, February. Just 6 p.m. news, 5:30 news today, they said yesterday, 7 family members died. Now, I strongly believe as citizens, we must demand that our political leaders rise up to responsibilities. People we elect into office must be responsible. We are not interested in providing explanations and excuses. And I want to appeal to every Ghanaian, a citizen, hold your elected officers responsible. We are told that they are supposed to provide solutions. That is why you put them into office through elections. In other countries, 2 people dying will attract a whole area of demonstration. But it appears in Ghana, because I don't know whether because people love the dead more than the living, so when even 10 people die, 3 people die, 7 people die, nobody is crying foul, nobody is angry enough, nobody is demanding, because it looks like almost every weekend we are organizing funerals. And perhaps is it because Ghanaians love the dead more than the living? That is why when people die as a result of the negligence of political office holders, we don't hold them responsible. I want to challenge you. Until the citizens get angry enough, this nation will not experience change. And even I thought that would be good enough to clap for you to agree with me. I think perhaps we should help you, we should reorient. You see, either we have been hypnotized by the politicians, and we have been brainwashed by the politicians that we can't even see when the wrong is being done. But I believe it will take the church to bring that change through the renewal of the mind. Never worship your politicians. Never worship them. They are ministers, means servants. They are public servants. That is their name. Public servants. Everybody say it. In other words, they are to serve the public. You are not to serve them. You should not worship them. When you see when they are in their V8, don't stand there and celebrate and wave at them. They are not heroes. Politicians are not heroes. They are not superstars. They are not celebrities. They are public officials, public servants. They must serve the people. Hold your MPs responsible. You elected your MPs to represent you. Your MPs they are not to represent their party. They must represent your interest. And if your MPs cannot satisfy you, throw them out through the ballot boxes. Are you hearing me? Throw them out through the ballot boxes. If your MP came to you and promised you something, and after 4 years he has refused to do whatever he said he could do, even though he's not a development agent officer, yet he claimed he can do that, hold him accountable. Hold him responsible. And if he can't do that, throw him out through the ballot box. Until Ghanaians get angry enough, this country cannot see the change we desire. A bridge in northern region. Today, I said it's described as Chairman Bridge in the northern region. That had broken down. It was flooded, and the pregnant expecting woman was drowned in it. She was traveling just to go and deliver and got drowned. And yet politicians will be in their V8 and will not be responsible. I am calling the Minister for Roads and Highways to resign immediately. To resign immediately. I'm calling the Minister for Roads and Highways to resign immediately. Their job is to fix the problems of society. And I'm asking every society, every individual, every Ghanaian to rise up and demand that your political leaders will be responsible enough and solve the problems. We are not interested in the game between NDC and MPP. We are not interested in that. Parliament has become a rubber stamp. And they are not thinking about the well-being and the welfare of our people. It is time to rise up. It is time to rise up. The church must lead the way and change the mindset of the people. Are you hearing me? Until we do that, this nation would not have the change we expect to have. One person dying is enough to demand that something has to be done. Fire service was there, and yet they said they were there without tools. Well, look at that. But it's all because people are not angry enough. From today, don't worship the politicians. That is even good to clap. That would be good for you even to be standing up. Don't worship the politicians. They are public servants. Everybody say public servants. They are not celebrities. Their job is to solve the problem of society. They are elected officers. From today, demand that your MP is more responsible. And I pray that God will raise up young men and women who will be fired up to say enough is enough. May God help us that the church will be bold enough and church leaders will be bold enough. I'm asking church leaders to join me so that we will demand change in our country. We must have more of the Nelson Mandelas. We must have more of the Martin Luthers who were pastors and social transformation leaders. I'm asking more of the Desmond Tutus. Let's all have these, our church leaders, to start dealing with realities. Because we can't allow our people to die because politicians are failing them. It is time for change. It's time for change. May God bless our nation. May God bless the Church of Jesus in this country. And may the Church of Jesus be bold enough and rise up to demand change in our country to the glory of the living God. Can somebody say amen?